It's Monday. It is so Monday. Yeah, let's hope this is good. I'm just going to take a quick little peeky wee, little tracky wacky, just to make sure. Hopefully, you're all having a fabulous day. That's what I'm hoping. And good, you are, because we are. We are. So it's Monday. Let me just make sure that's off. That's off. Good, good, good. It is Monday, and I was just listening to Cheryl Lynn, Got to Be Real. Got to be real. It's got to be real. Yeah. Like, is that song not fun? I love it. I just love that song. And I was listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire. Right. Nothing rock and roll. That was earlier today. But just recently it was dance music. I just needed that for this Monday. This weekend was really strange because it was great. I had a great time. You know what? Do you like mind the lipstick on my straw? I don't know. Some of you may mind. So the weekend was strange in the fact that, so Michelle, Stacy, and I went to Boston. We had a really good time, as we always do together. And it was snowing like crazy. I could not believe, like, all of a sudden, first of all, when I got up in the morning to take Louie out, it was perfectly fine. It was nice out. It was actually a little bit mild. I can stretch and say that. Went to Boston, really cold, but it was fine. We didn't care. We were dressed appropriately. And then all of a sudden it just starts snow squalling, like right in our faces. It was crazy, but it was okay. We got through. We still walked around. We went shopping, did a little shop. Oh my gosh, we were so excited. Stacy said Nordstrom Rack is here. So we went. Place was a madhouse. There were so many people in there. Clothes were just thrown all over the place, but it is what it is. We went, we had a great time. And now today it's 65 here in Rhode Island. Oh, and on the way home, it was awful. I mean, we pulled into Rhode Island and then the snow just started, but now today it's like spring. And you feel the spring in the air. The geese are around, they're hanging out. I'm ready. I don't know about you guys, but I am totally ready. Friday night, it was great. Had an awesome conversation with Robert Fleischman. That is going up today. And so I got that all together. That's awesome. Yeah. So it was a great weekend. Yesterday, I literally just kind of edged. That's what I did. And I do have to say, we went to, if you guys have either been to Boston or not been to Boston, we went to Mike's Pastry. And normally the line is way out the door. We lucked out. We only stood in line for a very short time. And I brought home a couple of cannolis, chocolate chip cannolis. Shut up. And there is a piece of cheesecake in my fridge, but someone else may get that because I can't eat it. I can't. I had half a cannoli. I gained like 25 pounds. Al had half a cannoli. He lost 3. So does that make sense? Not at all, but it is what it is. So guys, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel and you like to listen to classic rock news types of things, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, the notification bell, share the video. It really helps me out a lot. And also follow me on the socials on Instagram and the Meta at Kiki Classic Rock, Kiki.fm, Twitter, and of course, the almighty TikTok. I love TikTok. And also, download the app of Kiki.fm for the best classic rock 24/7. So let's go ahead and get into some classic rock news with your...
You come away from me, huh?
Well, you weren't talking, so I figured you were like going to the bathroom or something. So I said, let me go, because you just weren't responding. So I said, okay.
I apologize.
No, you don't.
It's Monday.
Hey, Piper.
It's Monday, a beautiful day. I probably already talked about beautiful.
All right, so why don't you tell everybody what you were doing then? Because you were just ignoring me. Because then all of a sudden you just pop up and I'm like, whatever. He doesn't want to talk to me. I don't care.
People don't want to know what I was doing.
You were mad at me because I complained about your T-shirt.
Oh my God, I forgot about that already. God,
I did not forget about it.
But I was doing stuff this morning, and I come back.
It's this afternoon now. I'm just saying.
I came back, and Kiki says, "You went out like that." I said, "What are you talking about?" She says, "Look like you ate your T-shirt." And I just, it's not important what I look like in the morning.
It is.
But no. So I had to change my shirt for the show here today, and he just like, oh my God, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good in the hood.
I just burped. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear that. But
Okay.
yeah, you did have a good weekend, didn't you?
I had a great weekend.
Great weekend.
And yesterday it was freezing, so
my
I just
God.
stayed tucked in a blankie.
Blankie.
Looked up my classic rock news, sat with the dog and the cat.
Right. It was all good, but
nothing on TV though.
Well,
Nothing.
that's fine.
Absolutely.
But you
like
had,
garbage.
You had a good time in Boston, and you hit the snow squall coming back. That was pretty cool, huh? Yeah.
It was weird. And we're driving back to Michelle's house.
Yeah.
We couldn't even see. We're like, what the heck?
Well,
what is happening?
I kept calling you and said, "Be careful, be careful."
No, this is what he said. Let's talk about what he really said.
What?
Just stay at Michelle's house.
Right.
Don't get in the car.
Right.
Just stay there.
Because the weather alerts are coming over the stuff in here.
And it stopped like that. As soon as you said that, it stopped and like the sun started coming out.
But they said very dangerous driving. They're all making this stuff up as usual. It's all fine and good.
But then when I started driving home, it got worse.
Of course.
So it was just crazy.
And then I called Michelle, is Kiki there? And she says, no, she's already left. And I said, oh my God. And then I called you and I just was worried about you, but you got home safe and sound.
I did. And hi, Mark, how are you today? Boston, we left it a mess. We just went in, we tore it up, and we just left. We left it like that.
The last time you were in Boston was with Mark and Dawn.
It's true.
That's true.
You know what I always think of when I hear Dawn's name?
What?
Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on?
What does that have to do with it?
Wasn't that Helen Reddy?
I don't know. She's definitely not ready, but but
was that Helen Reddy?
I don't know. You're asking me questions that I can't answer. So, you had a nice talk with Robert Fleischman on Friday night. Wasn't that great?
He had tacos before he talked to us,
right? And then he was encouraging me to share whiskey with him.
Yeah.
Was it called
I
something?
think he was just being nice.
No, it's called breast something or whatever.
All right, so it was red breast.
Red breast.
By castration or something. I don't know. It was something crazy. Like, I'm like, wowza, that's like intense whiskey right there.
Right. Yeah. But if you can
has it be hurting.
But Robert Fleischman was great in the stories he told and stuff like
he's always great though.
I
always love talking.
He's a cool dude, man. He really is.
He's super duper cool.
He's super duper cool. And we love him, and hopefully everybody loves him as well too. And
oh my gosh. Well, apparently they did, because how many people are listening?
Quite a few people from around the country,
around the world,
which was
crazy,
awesome. So if you did not get a chance to hear the interview, it will be up to today sometime on Kiki Classic Rock YouTube channel. This is Kiki Classic Rock, and you're going to hear the interview with the one and only amazing Robert Fleischman.
We love him.
Which will be really, really good. And now it's time for your Classic Rock Raw.
Oh my gosh, it was so quick. I didn't even know what to do.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
On Friday, February 18th, Yoko Ono, I can't even believe this. She turned 89 years old. I mean, wow. And she still looks really, really good. I think she looks amazing. Yoko, now, she became to be known as the other half of John Lennon, and still to this day, she is continuously doing her best to keep John's legacy alive. She's doing a great job, by the way. Yoko was born in Tokyo and moved to San Francisco before she was even born because her dad got a job transfer. Yoko came from a family of wealth, so her upbringing was filled with a ton of culture, including learning how to play the piano, since her dad was a classical pianist, and also he held degrees in both math and economics. I, however, do not, because I am not good at that. But anyway, Yoko's family went through really hard times when they moved back to Japan during World War II and the firebombing of 1945, when her family had to basically beg for food. Isn't that crazy? You go from being super wealthy to having to wonder where your next meal is coming from. Then eventually they came back to the US and settled in New York City. Now, Yoko was married 3 times before John became her 4th husband, and originally she met Paul McCartney first, and she asked for a Lennon-McCartney song manuscript for John Cage's book called Notations. Paul declined, but suggested she go to John and ask, and he did give her the handwritten lyrics to The Word from the album Rubber Soul. Yoko and John's relationship started to blossom after she started writing to him and calling him a lot. I guess she called him many, many times. And John's wife at the time, Cynthia, was really kind of curious why Yoko was calling all the time. She's like, hey, what's she doing? Me and you, but got Yoko calling on the phone. So basically, Yoko was totally into John, like big time. She thought he was hot, I guess. And it seems like nothing was going to stop her from getting what she wanted. It did not stop her. Wife. Yoko actually means ocean child in Japanese. And in 1968, John's song Julia mentions Yoko in kind of a secretive type of way, as he says, ocean child calls me. And literally, the ocean child was calling him for reals. Now, clearly, he was also fascinated with Yoko, and their affair started while John was still married to Cynthia, whom he did eventually divorce, because we know that he married Yoko. John and Yoko were married on March 20th of 1969, and during their very public time together, they protested against the Vietnam War, formed the Plastic Ono Band, so John could release music on his own without the Beatles, and had a week-long bed-in for peace. I would love to do a bed-in.
Me too.
Just sit there for a week.
Yeah.
Have news reporters come into our room.
No.
And just ask us questions.
That's weird.
What they would ask.
That's weird.
I have no idea.
That's
because what do we really have to say?
No, nobody's coming into my
nothing.
Bed. No, I'm not going to be talking to anybody.
And Louis would probably eat their ankles.
Right.
Like, there's no question about it.
That's weird.
Louis wouldn't allow it. Mittens would be like, come on in.
Right.
As long as you have like a little fish treat,
right.
Come in.
So
that's my cat.
So she's 89 years old, huh?
Now, from Yoko's avant-garde work to her giving John her blessing for having a mistress, to being blamed for the Beatles breakup, Yoko is still considered to be a living legend who continuously gives back to many, many organizations. And as a matter of fact, at 89 years old, Yoko just released new music. Ocean Child, Songs of Yoko Ono is out now, and you can get it at oceanchildtribute.com. Happy 89th birthday to Yoko Ono. Like, it really is amazing, no matter what any of you think about her, your opinions.
I have a lot of opinions.
She's Yoko Ono.
I have a lot of
opinions. She's Yoko Ono.
I have a lot of opinions because
and I'm wiping my nose.
She broke up the Beatles. Shame on her. Shame on her. She destroyed the legendary band. But, you know.
All right now.
No, I just, they're just like,
it's Tanya Tucker, Piper. Thank you.
It's not
for Delta
Yoko,
Dawn. No, I thought it was Helen Reddy.
Well, Tanya Tucker didn't break up the Beatles. Yoko Ono did the
Where is Tanya Tucker today?
I don't know.
I would love to know.
Maybe she's just playing some Beatles songs. Shame on Yoko.
How about
Ono.
Cheryl Lynn? Got to be real.
You just said it a while ago. Yeah,
I know, but where is she?
I don't know. She's
right.
She's probably doing gardening today, or maybe she's going to the grocery store.
I think she's a professor. I'm not sure though.
She's a professor. Well, what does she teach?
Don't quote me on that.
Oh, maybe what does she teach? I wonder.
Wouldn't it be ironic if she taught music?
Really?
Kind of interesting.
She was awesome, man.
I love Cheryl Lynn.
I love her songs.
What you find? I can't help it.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
Because once it's in there, it just stays.
I know. That was the best song in the world. Gotta be real, wasn't it?
No joke.
No joke. Classic rock continues.
That was very good, Al. Thank you. So since we are on the Beatles track, Paul McCartney recently announced a new tour for 2022. Who would figure? Paul McCartney going out on tour again. Sir Paul said that it's time to get back. Get it? After not being back, but you can watch Get Back on Disney Plus, which I have not been able to do because I do not have Disney Plus. I just don't. Would I like to see it? Sure. But I'm guessing, just a hunch, it may be available in other ways to see it in the near future. Now, currently, Paul has 14 dates scheduled. The first one is on April 28th in Spokane, Washington, and the last is on June 16th in East Rutherford, New Jersey, at the MetLife Stadium. That's big stadium, and you know what? He'll sell out every gosh dang seat there.
Right,
Mr. Paul McCartney, Sir Paul, not Miss. What would happen if I called him Mister? Like, would that be? Would I go to jail for that?
No,
because he's a sir. Like, you don't call him Mister. Say sir.
I go, hey you. You go, what?
Yeah, you would.
Baby,
and then he would say, did you just eat your shirt?
Do you have anything else to say about Paul McCartney?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Also getting back on the road will be Ringo Starr with his all-star band. Love Ringo Starr.
Yeah.
He'll kick everything off with our amazing neighbors in Canada on May 30th in Hopewell, Ontario. Then we'll travel and perform in the U.S. ending on June 25th at the Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida. Great place to stop your tour.
Yeah.
Florida. I
Florida.
want to go to the beach.
Let's go to the beach.
I just want to go.
Let's go.
So the stars in Ringo's all-star band include Edgar Winter.
Oh, I love Edgar Winter.
Remember Edgar? Manga Edgar?
Edgar Winter group. Yeah. Frankenstein.
Guitarist Hamish Stewart.
Hamish Stewart.
Of the Average White Band.
Oh, my AWB.
Drummer Greg Bissonette.
Bissonette.
He played on David Lee Roth's first 3 albums.
Oh, great.
Colin Hay.
Colin who? Hey?
Warren Ham and Mr. Steve Lukather. I can call him Mr.
Really?
Because he's not a sir.
Steve Lukather, too.
So I can say Mr.
Wow.
Steve Lukather.
Is that all for Paul McCartney?
No, Al.
Okay, continue.
Do you want me to stop now?
No, continue, because I got something to say after you're done, Paul McCartney. Go ahead.
Ringo also, like Yoko, has a new single out. Change the World, it's called.
Okay.
You can find out more info on ringostar.com. And with both Ringo and Paul, kind of touring around at the same time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be a plain old hoot if Ringo and Sir Paul got together and did a little show together just as a surprise?
That'd be great.
Oh my gosh, Ringo and Paul are playing at the local bar.
Right.
Like, did you know? And then nobody could get in because it's packed, because it's a little tiny local bar.
Right.
I think that would be great. I think they should do it. Well, Ringo, I have to tell you, he looks awesome. He really does. He's 81 years old, and he says that his secret. Ringo does have a secret.
What's that?
But it is no secret, really.
What is it?
His secret to looking young is that he's a vegetarian.
Oh, that is good.
He eats blueberries every single morning.
Blueberries? Wow.
Yep.
Wow, that's great.
And he works out in his home gym 6 days a week. I, however, do not do that.
Wow, he's just like me.
And he basically does stuff to make him feel good. Well, you know what?
Me
good
too.
For you, Ringo. You should be doing stuff that makes you we all should be doing stuff that makes us feel good.
Right.
Why would you do stuff that makes you feel bad?
Right.
That would just suck. Like,
work out. Yeah.
Why bother?
Why bother?
I want to be happy.
Yeah.
For the rest of my life.
Me too.
I want to be miserable.
And my life's going by fast.
Just do it.
Right.
Do what makes you happy, everyone.
Yeah.
Be like Ringo Starr.
Ringo Starr. Take a photograph.
So I'm going to go get some blueberries.
Yeah.
See what happens.
It don't come easy. Is that it for the Paul McCartney story?
So Paul and Ringo will be on the road. I suggest catching them while you can.
Oh, my God, that'd be great.
Now, what do you need to say, Al? What's the importance of what you need to do?
So you talked to Robert Fleischman on a Friday.
I certainly did.
And if you want to hit an interview, it'll be up probably today sometime.
Yes, it will be up today.
I don't know what time. On the YouTube channel, Kiki Classic Rock. Now, why I bring Robert Fleischman up? Because he talked about Paul McCartney. You're going to hear the comments that he talked about and mentioned Paul's name. He also mentioned Ringo Starr as well, too. I mean, the Beatles mean something to him. You can hear it all today on YouTube at Kiki Classic Rock. Classic Rock continues.
Al, that was wonderful. That was a great lead-in to the next story.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Now, the Pam and Tommy story on Hulu has recently been causing quite a stir.
Oh, Pamela Anderson?
Pamela Anderson.
Oh, my God. How's
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee. They still married? No. Go ahead.
Alfred.
What? Alfred. Boy, you're getting serious here.
Former Motley Crue frontman John Corabi said that the Hulu movie about Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson is a bunch of BS.
What does BS stand
A
for?
bunch of BS.
BS.
I can't say it because I'll get in trouble.
Well, Boston sucks, but whatever. Go ahead, continue.
Oh, don't say. Take that back.
No, Boston. I love Boston. You know that.
I love Boston.
I couldn't think of anything for BS. I don't know what BS means, but it has to do something with the ship. Go ahead.
So just in case you forgot or didn't know or basically don't care, Pam and Tommy had a sex tape that was stolen from their home vault by a disgruntled contractor, otherwise known as the electrician. He stole it. He took it. Now, John said, and I quote, that the Pam and Tommy miniseries on Hulu is so full of BS, it's ridiculous. I can honestly say about 98% of this fictional take on TNP's life is criminal. Unquote-a-rooney. I didn't say it. John Corabi said it. Okay. He has good facial hair, like John Corabi. And he does like his hair in the, like, what do you call it? Dreadlocks or whatever?
Does he have a beard?
He does that, yeah.
Okay.
He does.
I got a good facial hair, too.
Now, I wasn't able to see the miniseries either because I don't have Hulu. I don't have Disney Plus.
I have a hula hoop, though.
I mean, there are so many streaming services. How many can one person really have? I mean, I would literally have no money. I would have none. So I have Netflix and that's it.
That's great.
That's all I got. I'm not going to lie to you.
And some people cheat and do something.
And I have to tell you, right?
What?
Now, it's interesting how Peacock, that's another streaming service.
My favorite network.
But I have that included in my cable subscription or whatever.
Right. Something like a Peacock.
It's interesting how they can show movies when they're just coming out in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Like that new one by J-Lo. I couldn't watch it. That was terrible. I couldn't even. Listen,
J-Lo.
if you don't grab me in the first, I say 5 minutes. Even
was it bad?
2 minutes.
Was the movie really bad?
I just couldn't do it. I gave it 10 minutes.
What was the name of the movie?
And after 5 minutes, I'm like, Wedding Day or Get Married to Me or I don't know, something.
How about Get Divorced?
And her wedding dress in the movie weighed like 5,000 pounds. I love J-Lo. I love her with all my heart.
How many times have you been married now?
A couple, at least.
At least, maybe 5.
Engaged a lot. But I just couldn't.
Nah.
I couldn't watch it, man. I'm sure, for those of you who like it, yay for you. I think it's great. I gave it 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
And I'm like, no, I'm going to give it another 5.
Right.
Couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. I love Jill, but can't do it.
So anyway,
good.
My brother's girlfriend, her name is Sally. And I talked about Eric Clapton's song, Lay Down Sally, today. I did.
Really?
It's on my Instagram and Twitter. If you want to read about it.
Lay Down Sally?
Lay Down Sally by Eric Clapton. What a great song.
Your brother, you think your brother ever sings that to his girlfriend Sally?
Probably not. Knowing my brother, he doesn't sing anything.
Lay Down Sally.
He's very monotone.
Right. He's fine.
And he occasionally is quite funny.
He's funny.
But normally, no.
No, he's
so
good.
anyway, I love my brother, Stephen.
I love him, Stephen, too.
I love him.
I love Sally, especially.
But his girlfriend, Sally.
No, she lays down a lot.
She's been watching the whole Pam and Tommy thing. She's like, you gotta watch it. And I said, but I don't have Hulu. And she said, well, you gotta watch it because it's really good.
She's watching that? Well, that's weird.
And she's enjoying it.
No, that's great.
But.
Was she watching the sex tapes or what?
No, she's watching the Pam and Tommy miniseries on Hulu. Now, John Corabi also said, regardless of what Sally thinks of the miniseries, John said that shame on everyone involved in this movie.
Terrible.
And with one of the claims that John said about Third Eye Blind bumping the crew from a music studio, the movie claims that happened. John said that never happened. And also, here is another tidbit for you. Executive producer Rob Siegel said that never happened with Third Eye Blind. So now you have to question what else from the movie did not really happen. So tagging on to the Third Eye Blind piece, lead singer of Third Eye Blind, Stephen Jenkins, said that had never happened with Motley Crue. He had never been in the same studio with them.
Oh boy.
He never even met Tommy Lee before the whole sex tape scandal.
So it was a lie.
He didn't even know who Motley Crue was. So let's just keep going down that road. I just don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
And another rung on that ladder for Steven, he never even watched Baywatch.
Oh my God. How could you?
I mean, how?
Ooh,
how does that happen? Total ouch moment, I think. But it just solidifies the fact that, this is just one of those made up stories in the series, guessing that there are more
Right.
There's probably a few more stories that just aren't real, but the sex tape scandal really didn't happen.
Oh,
and most of us remember either hearing about it or followed it, whatever you did with it.
I never watched it.
After all these years have passed, people are still interested in watching it.
The sex tapes?
No, they want to hear the story. They want to know what's going on. Now, is it right for the people involved if they give the thumbs up? Clearly, they're okay with it, like Pam and Tommy.
Yeah.
If they said, you know what, go ahead and make this mini series, it's fine.
Right.
Because they said it was okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I don't think that Pam and Tommy gave the thumbs up, because Pamela Anderson came out yesterday and said, I won't even watch that trailer. I'm not even watching that 20-second thing.
Pamela Anderson lives in a trailer?
No.
Oh, okay.
What
does she look like?
They didn't give the thumbs up.
What does she look like now? Pamela Anderson.
You know what? She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Another possible non-truth in the movie may potentially be when Pam was supposed to do an interview for Glamour magazine, but they allegedly retracted their offer after the whole sex tape scandal came out. But allegedly. There's no information on that, if that really happened.
But what did she make the tape for in the first place? That's kind of weird.
So I guess you just have to watch the Pam and Tommy miniseries on Hulu with a grain of salt, really. You just kind of have to, it's entertainment value, and that's about it.
No, I feel like they should release a sex tape. They get more sponsors that way.
And look who's in the house, Mary Mendoza. I was wondering about you, Mary. I was wondering if you're okay. Haven't seen you. Haven't heard from you. No call.
No, but
so it's so nice to see you, Mary.
Can I say something about Mary? She puts on her social media platform, Meta or whatever the hell, like hippie things. She loves hippies, She
I personally think I was a hippie.
Right.
At one point in my life.
But I didn't realize that besides Mary loving whatever his name is, she loves being like a hippie. She puts these things on a social media platform about hippie. I love it. I mean, bringing back those special memories in Texas. Oh, my God.
Hippies are hot.
Thank you.
Except when they smell.
Right. They're not so hot.
I think about Woodstock and how people didn't bathe for 3 days, and there was barely anywhere to go to the bathroom.
But all you can smell is weed. They didn't smell it.
How do you know that? You weren't there.
Well, I heard from people who went. You didn't smell anybody bad because you couldn't smell anything except for weed. I mean, that's what it was all
I would
about.
love to talk to a Woodstock baby.
Okay.
Was there a baby, baby born at Woodstock who, can give me a call? But then I don't even know if that. How can I verify that story?
I'll see if I can arrange for you to talk to somebody from Woodstock down the road. Okay. All right. I'll work on that. I'll work on that. Okay.
All right.
That's what I have to do this week. Okay.
Well, it was kind of cool how I talked to Marty Ballin.
Great.
I mean,
God,
he gave us a little teeny tiny Woodstock insight, which was really cool.
Cool, man.
But just, gosh, Monty Ballin's
great.
Get the whole
Oh my
skadoodle. A lot of the people that were there aren't even with us anymore.
I know. And like a lot of people I went to high school with us anymore either.
There were 8 people at your reunion last week. So
yeah, I didn't go because I wasn't invited. But the thing is,
it's all right.
I saw a picture of the reunion.
You wouldn't have gone anyway.
No, but there's 8
Think about it.
8 people. I said, what the hell happened to the rest of them? Well, they're all dead.
And you didn't even know the 8 people at the event.
I looked at the picture, Kiki, and I did not know one person. And I say, this is a fake. This is a fake thing. No, they all got old looking. They all look
fake reunion.
They look like they're all decrepit and everything else.
Ow.
I don't recognize.
Not everybody looks as great as you.
Oh yeah, okay.
I bet half of them don't eat their T-shirt.
But they probably should. But do you think I look like my high school picture still? Do you think so?
Maybe. Was that tasty? Anyway, I didn't do it.
Anyway.
I don't even want to do it.
Yeah,
I have no desire to do that.
No, stop
I'm not eating my sweater because I have a sweater on and I'll get all like.
You still have some more classic.
No, I don't actually. Okay. I just gave you 3 stories. What do you want?
Nothing. So on Friday, is it Friday? Yeah, Friday, 7:00 Eastern, 4:00 Pacific on Kiki.
What time?
Oh my God!
What time? No, I seriously didn't hear you. Go ahead.
7:00 Eastern, 4:00 Pacific. This guy is going to be in California. He's going to be talking to you. His name is Steve Azure. Not Steve Azure.
He is?
Stop it. Steve Azure.
I didn't even know.
Doing a great benefit concert with all kinds of stars. Michael Bolton,
That's
Alice
crazy,
Cooper.
Dude.
Star-studded lineup from California. He's going to be talking to you and all the radio listening audience on Kiki.fm. Steve Azure is going to be here on the radio. So we invite everybody to, listen and welcome him he's doing it for a great cause, and he's a great artist. And I mean, it's awesome.
St. Jude's Children's Hospital. How do you?
Yeah,
it's just amazing.
It really is. It's going to be California this Friday, and it's sold out. It's sold out. He's done it like 5 times in the last 8 years,
awesome.
And he's giving back. And he's going to catch a flight. He told me like on Wednesday, so he should be arriving there. Hopefully, he'll be able to talk to you. Hopefully, he'll show up in time. But
I hope so.
But if he doesn't, we'll wait around for him. But we get to talk to him right before he goes on stage that night. Steve Azure right here on Kiki.fm, St. Jude's Research Children's Hospital, a great cause, on the stage with Michael Bolton, Alice Cooper, and so many other artists. Steve Azure on Kiki.fm.
What did Michael Bolton sing? Wait, what's that one song?
I don't know.
Come on, give me one. Give me a song. Give me one. Just do it. Give me a song.
He had a lot.
Give me one. Give me one song.
I'm not looking.
Guys, give me a Michael Bolton song.
No, I'm not looking
up. Someone in the comments.
I don't.
Give me one.
I don't.
Bye, Mary. No, give me one song. Yeah, one Michael Bolton song.
He did a lot.
How do I live without you? Did he do that cover? I sounded just like Kermit the Frog when it. How do I? It's so Kermit the Frog. Michael Bolton does not sound like Kermit the Frog, and I apologize, Mr. Bolton. I did not mean to do. How do I live without you? I'm trying to be a man, but now I sound like Carol Burnett trying to be a man. I don't know what's happening right now. Wait, but his voice is a little bit higher than that. How do I live without you? I'm trying to.
I remember he did. Yeah. You tried. You probably.
Wait, he did a duet with someone too.
No, but he did. Didn't he do his the song "When a Man Loves a Man" or "When a Man Loves a Woman" or something like that? He did that song.
Oh yeah.
When a Man Loves a Man. I don't know.
When a man loves a woman. Oh, that sounded just like Percy Sledge. Was it Percy Sledge? I can do no wrong. She can feel the world. Oh my God, I sound just I'm channeling Percy Sledge right now.
You're channeling something bad, I'll tell you that right now.
You can tell the world.
Kiki, why do you do this?
You're talking about. I can't help it.
Saw a lineup come up this
Friday.
I know.
I'm sorry.
And you're singing like Kermit the Frog.
But the Kermit thing just happened. I did not mean it.
You asked me a question, and I've been up since like 3:00 this morning. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember When a Man Loves. He did it so many songs or whatever. And it doesn't make any difference.
And I keep thinking of his hair and how curly. I mean, I wonder if it's. I think he cut it though. Like his hair is very Michael
curly.
Bolton.
It was wavy. It wasn't curly.
Well, Steve Augeri's hair is wavy, but kind of curly too.
Yeah.
Like in the same, but his isn't as like Michael Bolton's hair was really long.
Yeah.
And everybody always got Michael Bolton and Kenny G mixed up. Remember that whole
They do
scandal?
look alike. They do
scandal.
look. They look a lot alike. You know.
Yeah.
But the nice thing. Alice Cooper, my God, he is awesome. Alice Cooper, you know. And
when school's out this week.
She's 18 and everything else, which is great.
School's out this week, and did you know that it's school vacation this week?
That's great. Oh, by the way, Kiki, I forgot. I forgot to wish you a happy President's Day.
Oh, gosh, you didn't do that
because we actually are getting paid double time today because we're working on a holiday.
Right,
Happy President's Day.
Yeah,
you know.
No,
and a radio station just north of us here, Dave Richards and WON.
My friend Dave, he gave me my start in radio. Mr. Dave Richards, I love him.
Guess what they're having next Monday? I can't believe that this was up. They're having a dead President's Day. I'm not making this up, Kiki. I saw that on their thread this morning.
Did Joe come up with that?
No, I don't know.
I bet Joe came up with that.
Well, the dead President's Day. Well, what the hell? I mean, all the presidents we have are passed away, but they gave all they could, to this nation.
Piper, I know. Michael Bolton cut his hair a long, long time ago. Right. I understand.
I cut my hair a long time ago too.
It just fell out. But Michael, no, I know. But I still I'm going back to the 80s. Like I'm always over here. Understand. Right. I try to live over here.
Right.
Because I like it there.
Yeah, I like it there.
When I come back here, sometimes I'm not liking it as much.
Oh my God.
But back there.
Yeah.
In the 70s and 80s, girl. Yeah. Fun times right there.
Fun time.
Time.
Would you want to relive those days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but I
Well,
would do
yeah.
it different. I would totally do it different.
Really?
Oh, yes.
How would you do it differently?
I
Kiki?
wouldn't spend as much money as I did stupidly.
Okay, that makes sense.
I would be more thrifty.
Thrifty, yeah.
I would have done my career path differently for sure.
Really? Okay.
For sure.
But you know
Yeah.
the thing is, 70s were good, but at least you can still remember them, which was
Oh, I remember them.
which
I
is
wasn't like that.
right.
Al.
What do you mean?
My mother wouldn't have allowed that.
Allow what?
Me to be all like into drugs and stuff like that.
Right.
Wouldn't have, she would have slapped me silly.
Yeah, okay. But people did drugs because they wanted to do it. But that
Well,
was
good for them.
That was the in thing to do, but it's not the in thing to do. You don't do drugs.
Right.
You don't do it because it messes you up, man.
It's true.
Messes you up. I mean, just
Nancy Reagan, just say no.
Oh, she came up with
Remember that? Thank you. See what I mean?
Talk about Nancy. I'm glad you brought Nancy up.
Sure.
There's a potential of a major snowstorm on the East Coast here on Friday. At least a foot of snow or maybe even more, 15 to 18 inches.
Come on.
And they've labeled it and named it Nancy.
Did they really? Oh, maybe they were thinking of Nancy Reagan.
But I don't understand why they come up with names of snowstorms.
I don't either.
They come up with names of hurricanes and stuff like that. But Nancy, like, what?
How come they don't name it Kiki?
Well, I can talk to the channel about it.
Or Alfred. We've had Alfreds though. I think we've had Alfreds, but why not a Kiki storm?
Well, yeah, but you don't want a storm. You don't want a storm named after you because there's a lot of destruction.
I wouldn't mind it.
But no, because if you have a lot of destruction,
nice storm.
No. If you have a lot of destruction, say,
I don't want that.
Kiki was the worst.
No,
the hurricanes we've had since 1938.
Okay, so maybe
what?
Name a sunshiny day. Kiki.
Okay.
It's a Kiki kind of day.
Right.
It's a sunshiny day.
A Kiki type of day.
And we're all dressing like we're in the 80s or the 70s. Right. I like that one. So we'll go with that. So today's a Kiki type of day.
I'm really looking forward to listening. I haven't heard it back yet, but I listened to it live when you were talking to Robert Fleischman on Friday. A cool dude, by the way. It's going to be up on your YouTube channel this afternoon.
It is.
Where he's going to be talking about cheese. He's going to be talking about whiskey. He's going to talk about Paul McCartney, how he loves him. He's going to be talking about Ringo Starr. He has some great stories. Every time we talk to him, it's interesting to listen to because it doesn't repeat himself or whatever. But just the information you get out of this guy. He's a cool dude, man. Talking about going back in time, he's like a hippie though, isn't he?
I love me some Robert.
Oh my God, he even talks about the Journey guy, Herbie. What's his name?
Herbert.
Herbie Herbert. He even talks about that. If you want to listen to what he says, tune in this afternoon, tonight, whenever it's going to be on the thread there. YouTube Kiki Classic Rock with Robert Fleischman, our interview, which will be rebroadcast from Friday. So that's going to be awesome.
It is going to be awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Al.
You're welcome.
It's Monday.
Monday.
It's a Kiki type of sunny day.
All of your body.
On Monday.
Monday.
You know what? I got to eat a salad or something.
Yeah, I got to eat something.
Did you eat? Yeah, but you've had, all right, what have you eaten today? You've had a bowl of oatmeal.
That's it, yeah.
No, you had something else too. You did. I saw you. I saw you do it.
Well, I think
I just had one of those sandwich thins with butter on it.
I had a little orange juice.
Where are you getting the orange juice? Oh, John gave you some.
Right. But what I had oatmeal. I don't think I
you
had
did.
Any,
you did have oatmeal, and you've been having a lot of hot chocolate lately. I noticed that.
Right, but I haven't had any hot chocolate today. I usually have hot chocolate at nighttime or a cup of tea.
Does it make you feel like you're a baby?
No.
Is that why you drink all your little hot fluids?
But I drink the hot fluids before I go to bed, so I sleep more soundly. So I can basically go to sleep without any disturbed thoughts and basically sleep like a baby, you know.
But then you're up wandering around all night, so I don't understand.
I haven't been one. I slept right through the night last night, which was really good. So
you did?
Yeah, I didn't get up at all. I slept until early this morning, and
I couldn't get up today.
No, I couldn't get up. I haven't been able to get up.
And I have to be honest
time.
with you guys. I'm liking this 1 o'clock thing better.
Well, I'll tell you.
For me, anyway.
Well, I'll tell you. You know, we kind of switched to 1 o'clock, and I'll tell you why. Because 7 o'clock in the morning is working out great. We have a lot of people listen to us 7 o'clock in the morning. But the problem is, a lot of people on the West Coast listen to us, and they can listen to it back during the day. But there's nothing like
They're not
live.
up at 4.
No.
They're just not.
They're not up at 4 o'clock in the
No.
morning. So if we do it at 1 o'clock, it's like 9 o'clock on the West Coast, and we have a tremendous amount of people listen to us in California and Oregon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that their lives are complete.
We do. We want to make
Right.
sure they're happy and
Right.
good to go for the day.
And plus, I get to sleep in, which is the most important
I know,
part, which is
I know.
really,
Jeez,
really good.
like he's a bear
Who,
when he
me?
doesn't get to sleep.
Oh, whatever. So, but I'm on this diet. Well, I'll probably weigh in another 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh my God. No.
Yes.
No, you
Yeah.
haven't weighed in weeks. You have
No,
to do a
the-
weigh-in this
it's-
Thursday.
No. 2 weeks.
Ugh,
Not this week.
come on.
What-
Come on now. Now you're being jokelicious.
Okay, after the 1st of March and that week there, that Thursday in there, I'll weigh in at
All
that
right.
time because as the last weigh in, I had lost up to that point 21 pounds. Have I lost any weight since then? I don't know.
You look good though.
No, thank you.
You look like you're slendering up,
A little bit.
and I think you're even getting a little taller. I do.
Really?
I think that happened.
Wow.
I think you got a little taller.
But you kind of ruined my diet over the weekend. But it's so nice of
I
you.
ruined it.
No, but Kiki, as Kiki said earlier in the broadcast here, she had the opportunity to go with 2 beautiful girls to Boston. And of course, they went to the north end in the Italian section of Boston, and she got Mike's pastry.
Oh my
So
God,
she-
that place is
so she came home.
iconic.
She came home and she says, "Al, I got a cannoli for you." Now I'm on diet, but I says I can't eat the cannoli. She says, "Well, have a little piece." So I had a little piece, but my God, I felt so fat afterwards. You know,
No, you did. We split one.
I know
Al.
that, but
It's fine.
And then on Friday night, I had 2 beers, and I should only drink 1 beer because the beer makes me feel bloated. I gotta have a beer once a week, right?
Yeah.
But
You got to do it.
I can't just go cold turkey off of everything.
I mean, the beer on Friday night is fine. You got to
Right.
have, your
What?
little cheat day. You have
Right.
to do that.
I mean, wine's better for you, but wine doesn't agree with me. It gives me
Wine is very bad for me now. I used to love drinking my wine.
Yeah, but you like prosecco. Is
Um,
that wine or no? What
It's
is
a sparkling wine.
sparkling wine? And
But I can't
Robert
drink
said,
regular
and
wine.
Robert says he has 2 bottles of prosecco chilled just for you, Kiki.
No, he said 3.
3, okay.
He didn't say it was just for
And
me.
when we talked to him on Friday, does he have the guest bedroom done?
Oh
And
my God.
he doesn't want to stay with him.
He doesn't want us
I
going
finally
there. He's
figured
like,
out that
"No."
Robert does not want to
Yeah,
stay
he-
overnight with him, which is
no.
fine. And I understand it because
I mean,
it
I
is
guess
kind of
it's
weird.
okay.
Because
It's
I
all
thought
right.
about it after we talked to him on Friday night. I says, I'm being really weird. I
You-
mean,
you are being
you don't
weird.
invite myself into somebody's home.
And I
That's
was
like a-
kind of going with it because you started it.
Right.
And then I'm like, you know what? That's not nice at all. Like,
No,
I wouldn't,
but
I normally don't invite myself to
Right,
people's homes.
right.
He does.
No, but
And he
it's
begs
fine.
for food and
No,
things like
and
that.
It works
I
sometimes.
don't do
It's
that.
great. People do
But
send
in
us
this
food.
particular instance,
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, Robert,
Right.
we'll come over. And
Right.
he's like, no.
Right. But,
No.
but I got we've talked to him a number of times, but I got from the sense of his talk, the way he was speaking, that he doesn't want me staying over at his
Yeah.
house, which is fine.
Yeah, and it's fine.
Robert,
It's okay.
Robert, I understand.
We
it.
understand.
I'm a weird dude, man. I mean, we told him we meet him somewhere. He loves tacos.
Yeah,
That's
like
what,
maybe if he drives his own car, just like,
Right.
a Tinder date. Not that I know what
What?
that is, but
what a Tinder.
you
what the
always
hell's a
want to make,
Tinder
or
date?
if you meet someone online,
Right.
you always want to make sure you take your own vehicle.
Right.
You don't want the person picking you up at your house because you
No.
don't want them to know where you live just in
right.
case.
Right. But
You know what I mean?
right.
You don't want that
But because sometimes
commitment.
like Kiki will say, you didn't invite them over because the house is a mess. And
I
had to
think
pick up-
Tinder is
I
more,
had to pick up my
I was
underwear
always
off the
thinking
floor.
of Tinder. It's just like a
I feel so like
wham,
it's-
bam, thank you, ma'am type of thing. But I
Yeah.
do think it's for people to also try and find valid relationships with each other. I'm not sure about that because I'm not
Okay.
in Tinder world, but
Oh, thank God.
I think
Tinder.
people also try to get companionship out of Tinder.
Absolutely.
I think Tinder has
I think it-
changed,
I
but I
think-
don't know.
I think
What do I know?
I think companionship is very important. That's why people listen to us. And if I'm
Right.
your companion, and if I put a little smile on your face at any given point during the day, I know that my life is worth living.
Except for when you eat your t-shirts. Like that
Oh
is
my God! Will you stop it with the t-shirts?
no, it's embarrassing.
No,
It's like you went out looking like that.
I came back.
I
and
can't.
you just looked at me. You shook your head. You says, "You went out like that?" And I says, "What the hell are you talking about? Oh, why you look like a bum?" And
I didn't say bum.
What did you say?
I didn't say bum.
Hobo, right?
I said a hobo.
Why do you look like a hobo? And I said, I can't help the way I look. And what I said to you, I don't care what I look like because it doesn't make any difference.
It does make a difference. It really does.
Oh
it
my
really
God,
does.
I just can't.
Remember back in the day when women would go to the store with rollers in their hair?
Yeah.
And my mom did. I just grabbed myself. I didn't mean to. And my mom did that.
Right.
And then she would put a kerchief over her head. And I'm like, please, Mom, don't do that. And I would be so embarrassed that she did that. I never did that because it was something that disturbed me to the point of I said, I will never do that.
Kiki, you have a point, because when I'm thinking about in a grocery store with a woman with rollers, and I don't look at that woman with rollers in her hair and say, "Oh, that's attractive," because it isn't. It isn't. I mean, I want to go kiss that woman with the rollers. No, because I'm
what's attractive though.
I'm talking. I'd be afraid if I kiss that woman with the rollers in her hair, I get electrocuted.
She'll take one out and poke you in the eye. You know what's attractive?
What's attractive?
Dancing in Market Basket at 7 a.m.
Okay. I got to go now.
I got to go too.
Have yourself a good Monday, because you're on Monday. Don't forget to tune into Kiki Classic Rock YouTube channel this afternoon. Sometime this afternoon or this evening, you get to hear, if you did not get a chance to hear the interview with the iconic and a very nice man, Robert Fleischman, who's going to invite me over his house. We're going to have tacos again.
Robert Fleischman is in the house today. Hey, I'm doing like a leg kick thing.
Bye, Kiki.
One of those things.
Bye, Kiki.
Robert Fleischman in the house. Robert Fleischman in the house.
Oh, and by the way,
in the house.
People watching the YouTube channel here, like or dislike or whatever the hell you want to do.
No, please like it.
Like it, because people watch it, they don't like it or whatever.
Yeah.
And it helps us keep the traction going.
Thank you, Al, for saying that.
Well,
also,
because we want to stay on the air.
We do want to stay here.
We do want to stay.
But we can't. If it doesn't keep getting pushed out by YouTube.
It does.
And it gets pushed out by YouTube if you hit the like button.
So push this.
And subscribing. YouTube likes that. When you comment, YouTube likes that. When you hit the notification ding dong bell, they like that.
If you want
sharing the video, they love that.
Follow us on Facebook at kiki.fm also.
Sure.
So it helps us pay the bill. So thank you very much.
And also Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. And also please download the app of kiki.fm on your Apple iPhone or your Android device, or you can listen on your you wouldn't call it, you wouldn't dial it in. You'd put your headphones on and listen to it on your desktop. You could do that as well, or you can scan the we have a QR code somewhere.
Right.
Just scan it.
You just go kiki.fm, the QR code is right on there.
Oh,
and
it's
also
amazing.
And also enable your Alexa to play kiki.fm. Thank you. Good night. Bye-bye.
Yes, and guys, we would love to say thank you so much for sharing your afternoon with us. We truly, truly appreciate it. And at some point in time today, before midnight this evening, I will have the Robert Fleischman interview up on my YouTube channel here at Kiki Classic Rock. And I love talking in this accent. I don't know what kind of an accent it is, but I'm doing it. And I would just love to say thank you again. Thank you. I love all of you. And also, I would like to tell you, I'm going to end it in this accent. Let's see if I can do it. Make sure you're kind to everyone. It just sounds better when I say it in an accent. Also, stay strong. You need to stay strong. Can you see that muscle right there? Stay strong. And also, always remember, most importantly, to keep rocking. Keep rocking.
I'm going to have a cup of tea now. Goodbye.
Have a wonderful day, everyone. And hopefully I will see you and you and you and you and you tomorrow. Bye. Have a lovely day. Ciao. Ciao. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.